Well, good morning, everyone. All right, we're going to get started with our warm-up. Let's take a deep breath in. Eye gaze tracking with those hands and soft knees as we fold forward at the hips. Relax the shoulders. Exhaling. Pressing into the feet. Inhaling as you come up one vertebrae at a time. Exhaling as you lift those eyes up toward the sky, hands to the low back, opening the chest. Coming back tall. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale those palms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, floating up. Nice and slow, finishing with the head and neck at the very end. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale and fold. And last time, coming up. Great job. Exhale, opening that chest. And back to center. We're going to interlace our fingers. I'm going to float those palms up overhead. Maybe come up on our tippy toes. That's totally optional. We'll come back to center. Change our hand position. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale into a side bend, anchoring down through the side of the foot. Slowly inhaling back tall, and then exhaling into the opposite side. And then slowly inhaling back tall and exhaling down. These first 3 exercises are really targeting the vestibular system, so we want to move the head really slowly. Coming up, maybe on the toes, maybe not. Elbows are soft. We're going to inhale. And we're going to exhale into a side bend. Coming up tall. Exhale, side bend. And back to the center. Floating down with your exhale. We'll do this 1 more time. Always coordinating the breath with the movements of those hands. Inhaling, floating up. Exhaling as the palms reach toward the sky. Inhaling as we extend again overhead and exhaling into the side bend. Nice full deep inhales and exhales. Each breath cycle. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. This last one we'll do for the vestibular system, hands on our hips. Inhaling center. We're going to exhale and look over shoulder, just moving the head, neck, and eye gaze. The shoulders stay still, the body stays facing front. Breathing as we look behind. Inhaling as we come back around. Shoulders are relaxed. And exhale, and back to center. Great job. We're going to put all of our weight into this leg and step the opposite leg back. Imagining that we're on railroad tracks here. All of our weight's really in this front leg, and that allows us to rotate that heel behind us. If we need support, grab a chair back or a wall, move to wherever you need to for support. For this next series of warm-ups, we're going to reverse direction. Moving all of the bones of the forefoot. Then we're going to shift our weight back into that back leg, soften that knee, and either heel toe and or balancing, rotating the ankle, warming up the shin, the top of the ankle and foot, and reversing direction. Again, going to a wall if you need to. Good. Now we're going to keep our weight in the opposite leg and the switch sides, putting this leg behind and circle that heel around. And reversing direction. It's basically warming up every joint of the body, bringing blood flow to each joint. I'm going to shift and pour the weight into the back leg, softening the knee and either heel toe or balancing and circling, warming up this foot, ankle and shin, and reversing direction. Good job. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. Good. Bringing it back to center. We're going to sit down like we're going to sit in a chair and then rotate, circling the knees, nice and easy. If there's any pain in this one, I want you to just take a break, maybe modify things. You can reverse direction. You really want to feel the body weight transferring between the sides and the front and back of the feet. And we're going to bring it back up tall, widening our stance. This time we're going to circle at the hips. So we want to imagine kind of hula hooping. We're moving here, not here. So we're going to take those hips around and open the front body, just like we open and lengthen the back body. This is always tight relative to backside from sitting so much, usually, most of us. Go ahead and reverse direction. Good. Bring it back up tall. Let's shake the lower half out, move on to the upper half. We're going to start with something that just basically looks like an arm drop. We're going to lift up each arm, drop it down, let it fall with gravity, let those knees absorb the shock a little bit. We really want to jolt each of the joints at the wrist, phalanges, elbow, shoulder. I like to think of just shaking off whatever's weighing us down. Now we're going to take this and rotate it, allowing the arms to swing freely. We're going to square up those hips to the front, rotate the shoulders, getting a nice twist. And bring it back to center. Good. Draw those shoulders up and around for some shoulder circles or shrugs, depending on what your mobility is and what feels right and comfortable. Anything that causes any sharp pain, we want to avoid that. I'm going to do the same thing with full extended arms. So we're going to inhale those arms up, open them on the exhale, come down, inhale, lift, exhale, down, one more. We're going to finish with those arms out in front of us, just like a zombie horror movie, wrists just below the shoulders. We're going to flex and push our palms forward. We're going to point the wrists and point the fingers and push the wrists forward. So flex and point, flex and point. And then we're going to rotate from there, circling the wrists around and reversing. Then we're going to squeeze our hands into tight fists, maybe even scrunching up the facial muscles and then releasing, relaxing everything. Squeezing, scrunching, contracting, and then releasing, relaxing. Squeezing tight. And with soft hands, touch each fingertip to the thumb pad and come back from the pinky all the way home and shake it out. All right, that was our full warm up. We're going to bookend our practice with some standing meditation. This first one's going to have a little bit of movement to it. In our stance, we always want to have our feet about hip distance apart. Hip bones are here, not these hips, these hips. Soft knees, tailbone tucked, tall torso, proud, open, stoic chest. Draws that head right back over the spine. Hands are going to be facing each other in front of this part of the body here. Elbows are at about 90 degrees. Everything's nice, loose, and relaxed, including the muscles in the face, around the mouth, the jaw, the brow line. You can even close your eyes here if that's comfortable to you. If your eyes are open, just keep them open with a soft gaze. And we're going to really breathe here into the belly. And as you take your next inhale, open up those palms, letting the belly fill with air like a balloon, inflating, and then exhaling that air out, collapsing in, palms coming toward each other. Inhaling, allowing the diaphragm to drop down, full inhale. And then fully exhaling all of that air out of the lungs. This is going to be our primer for the whole rest of our practice. The breath is the key focal point for us. The movements will come in time. We'll do one more full breath in and out. You can spend much longer doing that. It's very relaxing. But we want to get in the rest of our workout today. So we're going to come into regulating the breath. We're going to inhale and float those palms up. We're going to exhale, draw them down. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, lowering down. Still allowing that belly to fill up with air as we inhale. Exhaling all the air out, all the way down. Bringing our awareness to how we feel through the bottoms of our feet, ideally feeling grounded and rooted in our stance. Noticing the balance of weight between the two sides of the body, the front and back of the foot. One more breath here. Transitioning, bringing those hands out to one side, drawing them across the body, pouring the weight into this leg on the side and stepping out with the opposite foot just slightly, pressing away from the sternum. Inhaling as you draw back, exhaling as you flow forward. Majority of the weight staying in the back leg, that heel on that back leg rooted and grounded down into the earth. And the front toe toggling easy with the flow of the body. This will be our last one on this side. We'll come back to center. We'll switch sides, pouring the weight into this leg as we step out. Exhaling, make any adjustments with the foot placement so you feel stable and rooted through that back heel. Imagining the body's floating in water or thick air. Nice, easy, relaxed, fluid motions. The shoulders are working, but they're not tense. Back leg is firing. Holding us in place, strengthening some muscles that support our body. Still allowing for those full breath cycles, completely exhaling and fully inhaling, letting that belly extend. Last one. Drawing back into center. I'm going to rotate our torso, extending one arm in front, one behind. Draw the hands back into center and all the way down the front line of the body with your exhale. Switching sides, we inhale and exhale. This is called shouldering the sun and the moon. It's a really beautiful, it's probably one of my favorite movements in this series. Knees are soft. As you get more comfortable, you can allow the eye gaze to track with the head rotation. Really want to square those hips up. Resist the turn in the hips as the shoulders are rotating. Really mindful of that sense of being grounded through the bottoms of the feet throughout this whole series. You'll notice my feet are a little closer together in this one than normal. If that feels available to you, go for it. If you need those wider railroad tracks foot placement for stability, that's okay too. We'll do one more on each side. Good, bringing it back to center. We're going to open up our stance, stepping to the side, opening our arms up overhead, lifting the palms toward the ceiling, then exhaling back into center. We'll switch sides, inhaling overhead, exhaling center. We're going to step forward with that left foot toward me. Inhale overhead, lift the back heel. Exhale as you step back, switch sides. This series is called Great Spirit Bird Spreads Its Wings, imagining those arms are wings. The elbows stay bent. We're lifting from underneath the arms, stimulating the lymph tissue. Concentrated there. Forward step. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Side step. Exhale in, other side, inhale overhead, exhale center, inhale forward, exhale back. One more time all the way through this series, inhale overhead, exhale step in, other side, forward step. Last one. Next movement looks like a good old-fashioned squat. We're going to step out to the side, open our arms, bend at the knees, inhaling as we scoop a millstone from the bottom of the sea. Cast it out, shift back to center. We'll repeat this on the other side. Inhaling and exhaling. Our chest stays high, eye gaze high, weight back in the heels. Only bending as deeply as feels safe for your knees. Inhale and exhale. The wider the stance and the more we 45 degree those toes to track with the knees, the safer it is to go deeper into that squat. Here's that modification one more time. This series is great because it builds strength, but it's also moving parts of the body where there are high concentrations of lymph nodes. So it's really beneficial for strengthening the immune system. We'll do one more on each side. A lot of people do not realize the immune system requires movement of the body for it to function. It's what makes this practice such a great one to do on a daily basis, ideally. And back to center. All right, I'm getting out of breath. We're going to take those arms, again, like before, and we're going to step, leading with the heel to one side, draw the hands across, bring the step in or behind, rotating and looking up and back. We'll repeat side to side, step, shift the body weight, float across, nice tall plumb line with the body. To make this more advanced, you can do a curtsy step, and a bent knee. This is called opening the window and looking up at the moon. Named thousands of years ago. Pretty cool. Back to that modification option for me. The first, stay tall, no bent knee. Second is empty step inside rather than behind. Lots of options. We'll take our last step here, inhaling and exhaling, and back to center. We're going to run our hands down our center line. We're going to load this leg. As we step out right, the hands are going to come to the hips and around the back pockets, open up wide, palms out, and then inhaling, drawing back. This is called dusting off the wind. Shoulders are relaxed. Getting that heart rate to come back in check. The slow moving practice is very deceiving. There's a lot of muscles firing that really elevates the heart rate. Take your time. Don't get discouraged. If you feel fatigued, grab a chair, take a break. We'll do one more on this side. We'll draw everything back into center. I'm going to load the foot that steps back. Go right into the other side. Palms face out. Hands touching on the back side. Inhale. Palms face the body. Wrists rotate. Palms out. Palms in. The wrists rotate out. Exhale as we come forward. And we inhale as we draw back. Here's our last one. Draw everything back into center. And finish with old man strokes his beard. We're going to lead with the heels, step out, inhale, palms lift. We step in, palms lower, stroking an imaginary long beard. Inhale up, exhale and lower. Noticing the body weight transfer, sense of being rooted and grounded in the center, transferring the weight, being grounded, both feet to the ground. Really becoming aware of the touch points under the feet, the ball and toe, the ball toe mounts behind the big toe and little toe, and the heel, make a triangle. We'll do one more step to each side, inhaling up, exhaling down. And we'll stay right here. We'll float our hands out in front of the body. For men, the left hand is closest to the body and the right hand floats outside of that. For ladies, it's the opposite. We're staying nice and tall with those soft knees and the tailbone tucked. Arms hanging loosely, not perfectly overlapping in front of the body. Another standing meditation. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels safe to do that. Really concentrate on being present with your breath, eliminating any thoughts, analysis, or planning. Allowing yourself to completely relax any tension in the shoulders, the face as you breathe 2 or 3 more breath cycles here. And on this next breath in, we'll open our eyes and exhale those hands down to the sides of the body. Open our stance and inhale those hands into heart center. And if it feels comfortable for you today to take a moment and set an intention for your day, maybe something for your practice of self-care, health, and well-being. Take a moment and just place that in your heart and mind. Thank you for joining me for practice today. I encourage you to keep coming back. Every class, I'm going to have just a slightly different focus. The movements don't change, so it makes it really easy to learn. But there's a lot of nuance and layers of learning. So each class will just try to kind of weave some of those key messages into the practice. Thanks so much, everyone.